Pendle here from Sound Dust, and I'm here on the very rare event and not very often occasion of introducing a new Omnisphere sound set. Normally I try and do one every year, but somehow I slipped behind on the schedule. But I've been working long and hard on this new one, which is Table of Elements, which kind of the name gives it away what it is. It's a bit conceptual, this one, and it's based around the periodic table, and as originally invented by Mendeleev. And what I've tried to do is render every single element into my idea of what it might sound like. You may disagree with some of what they sound like, but I'm kind of quite happy with the general thing. And what we've got is basically 118 patches. Actually, there's 119, and I'll explain why in a minute. But there's 118 elements. There's actually 119 patches, and there's also 60 multis. So you've got elements, as you can see in front of you. You've also got multis, which are compounds. So I've combined the elements in vaguely the right order to make compounds as multis, which are... Anyway, I'll show you in a minute. Percy's not here today. He's busy doing other stuff, but he is showing himself in the extra element, as I'll show you later. So, without any more faff, let's just go through what we've got and the point of this. And the general point of this is that these are generally not the kind of bread and butter synth sounds that you're going to use. What they are kind of complex, lustrous, kind of churning, throbbing, pulsating, kind of beautiful, I hope, things, which I think will be great for kind of drama cues and things like that. Dare I say cinematic, that kind of thing. It's not, these aren't small on the whole. Even the noble gases are quite full and rich, and I've tried to cover the whole kind of spectrum range as much as I can per sound. So, these are things that can take up be a whole track, essentially, a lot of them. And when you get to the multis, woof. Anyway, no more faff. Fermium. Let's just start with Fermium. Also, I've tried to give you a little bit of a science lecture as well. So you've got the notes for everything, every element, telling you a little bit about it. You've got the atomic number, name of the element, and then the chemical symbol for it. Annoyingly, the way that Omnisphere does numbering is like that. So you don't get them from 1 to 119. You get them annoyingly like that. But you can also search by group as well. And I've tried to make the groups vague, groups that they are, because they're of a similar style of element. Anyway, Fermium. I'm going to use one finger. And everything has got lots of stuff happening when you do a little bit of aftertouch or with the mod wheel. So there's a lot of movement available. It's all going to be tempo synced if there's kind of throbbing. So let's just do a one note Fermium. Mod wheel. Yeah. Adding, no, sorry. That's aftertouch. Mod wheel coming in now. Adds another element. Sometimes it takes an element away. Let's add some more notes. Ooh. Yeah, mod wheel. I'm playing 3 notes. So it saves on notes. Let's mod wheel out again. That's pushing the aftertouch. To my ears, they're all my babies, and I love them all. And I think they all have a kind of, the usual Sound Dust filthy charm, I would like to think. So let's just randomly dip into some sounds, and you'll get the rough idea of the beauty and joy that is available to you. Lawrencium is quite radioactive and is hence... So that's just one note. Aftertouch, just that. Mod wheel coming up. That's quite radioactive, I think. Yeah. So some more notes. So that's more of your sound design patch. After touch coming off. Sorry, mod wheel coming off. So that's going to be tempo synced. So the more radioactive ones might be less kind of musically obvious. Seaborgium, they're the ones named after real humans. Tempo synced, obviously. Mod wheel, one note. Mod wheel coming in. How about a bit of pitch wheel? That's just one note. Let's go back to the beginning. Mod wheel. See, they're kind of symphonic as well in their kind of fullness. So they kind of work almost orchestrally. Well, they can do. Let's go to a noble gas. Now, noble gases don't do anything. They're very, very boring. But obviously trying to make them do something sound-wise is a bit of a challenge. So let's try neon. One note. And did you think neon would sound like that? After touch. Okay. Mod wheel coming in. That's me doing the little squeakies with after touch. Mod wheel coming in. After touch. Let's do some more notes. That's still one note. Ooh. After touch. So very thick and paddy. Now, Percyiumium, I made up. Why not? As you can see the values of the qualities. One note, after touch, mod wheel, more notes. See a bit of throbbing there, which will sync up. Mod wheel going down. Yeah. Phosphorus, very excitable material. One note, mod wheel down, after touch. Comes with something to the filter, mod wheel going up. Subtly changing. Right, I'm going to add some more notes. Yeah. Gentle throbbing. Potassium. More throbby. Oh. Mod wheel down. After touch. More notes. Ooh. So I mean by kind of ecstatic. Mod wheel go all the way up. After touch. Yeah. Let's go to hydrogen, number one. Therefore, the most boring of all the elements. One note. After touch. Mod wheel going up. That's after touch. Some of the heavier metally ones, iron, for instance. So we've got some proper bottom end in there. Have to touch. Mud wheel's going up. More notes. But you know, a lot of these are kind of textures that you can play as well, which I think's really useful. And especially if you render them to audio tracks as well. Once you've played the MIDI, you can do all manner of stuff. So, you know, clearly you're not going to use that for a pop song. Or maybe you might. Germanium. That's aftertouch doing that. Very guitar pedally. Mod wheel coming in. More notes. Stop doing that pedal. So this is kind of, as is Germanium, got to think about fuzz pedals. So it's kind of on the verge of, it's on the verge of feedback. I have to touch. Mud wheel down, sorry. Yttrium, just because I don't know how to say it. Named after Ytterby in Sweden, which is a popular place for discovering elements. Here you go. Have to touch. Mod wheel. More notes. Sounds very Swedish to me. That's have to touch. Mod wheel coming down. So you've got gentle pulsating. Have to touch. A lot of gentle pulsation. Another tricky one to say, molybdenum. Molybdenum, which we know is a shiny silvery metal, named after the Greek molybdus. Ah, okay. Here we go. One note. Have to touch. Mod wheel. Another symphonic-y one. Have to touch. I'm getting silvery metal. While we're here, let's do Technetium. Another radioactive mofo. One note. Have to touch. Mod wheel coming in. Quite wiry. Like a choir of sick robot choir boys on a rainy day. Silver, something we at least know what it is, named after the Anglo-Saxon name. There you go. One note, two notes. There's that note. Have to touch. Mod wheel coming in. So something a lot gentler and almost keyboardy. It's got a lot of granular things going on there. You can do the mod wheel, the aftertouch is doing things with the grains. Almost gentle. Antinomy. Antinomy, yes. One note. Another nasty one. Very brittle. Mod wheel. Aftertouch coming. No. Aftertouch. Mod wheel coming in. More notes. So another quite textural one. to touch, mod wheel. Rambling piano. Neodymium, very magnetical. Therefore, it's one finger, mod wheel going up, have to touch. More notes. These are nice if you play groups, clusters of notes. It's a cluster. Mod wheel changing things. Kind of magical. Promethium is a motherfucker. One note. Literally one note and have to touch. Mod wheel going up. More notes. Come on. Yes. And you get to learn the story of Prometheus. Everyone talks about him, but did everyone know about him being chained to a bloody rock? It's not easy. Health and safety nightmare. Carbon. Literally the thing that everything is made of. One note. Have to touch and mod wheel going in. Have to touch. Oh, you have to do. Maybe, I'm not going to do gold, too obvious. Bismuth, francium, Technetium, and oxygen, Protactinium. Another very radioactive fella. Have to touch. Mod wheel. I think these sounds, they kind of tell a story, which is I quite like. They're certainly not vanilla. They've got something. They're hiding something. Uranium. That's mod wheel, and that's one note. That one is a little bit discotheque. More notes. Let's have to touch going on. Curium. Have we done Curium? Super throb. This is great for clusters. I love that. Let's have to touch. Mod wheel going up and down. One more. I'm going to click a random. Let's do indium. One note. And that's one note, and I'm going backwards and forwards with the mod wheel. And it's the thing, they're so kind of expressive, you can do a lot. Let's have to touch. Let's stay up there. Let's have to touch, adding all that gnarl. Mod wheel going down. Get rid of the nasty. And reveal my keyboard skills. Come on, that's evocative, even with my playing. So that's a very quick, brief outline of what to expect in the elements. Now, let's go to some of the compounds. They're quite meaty, so they will tax your CPU. I'm sorry about that. It's just the way it is. But to go there, if you go to Patch Browser, also, yes, to install these things, do this. Hit Utility, go to Install OMNISPHERE, and then you point it to the thing, that you downloaded off me, which may or may not, it's not even that one. It's not the proper one. It'll be that one. And you click on that and do open. And it will, I won't do it again because it will really mess with my computer. And that will install everything for you in one go. It's that simple these days, which is a great thing. To get to the multis, switch to multi, and then they should come. There'll be a table of elements, compounds, thingamadoodle there. And here they will be. And what a multi does, it combines several of these fellas into one big monstrous device. If I click on Arsine, just because it's got quite a funny name, which is ASH3, which as we know is arsenic and hydrogen. And you got, it explains, that's for the single notes. We can look at the whole multi thing here. So you've got your little explanation of what arsine is and what it's made of. What does it sound like? One finger. So mod wheel down. Mod wheel going up, have to touch. So it's two complex things made into something even more complex. And what there is on these, we've got lots of compression, which kind of really gels them and blends them into kind of a thing. So you can, that's me wobbling with the mod wheel, with the after-touch. Oh. But just massive and squashed. Let's do, I don't know, Cobalt Blue, which is aluminium, copper and oxygen. One note. And the mod wheel actually let's have to touch. Mod wheel's going up. But you can feel the kind of squish there, which I love. See? Massive. I mean, that's, if we go out of here, that's three different things. And then if you look at them in multi-mode, go to the stack, you can see, so that's your mod, I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen. So you can see the mod wheel going through the various combinations and adding them in. Oh, it's cobalt. And then let's have to touch adding an extra element as well. Gold bromide. Yes, we do. Is, I suspect, gold and bromine. Take a little while to load, one note. So that's just gold on its own, largely. Adding in the bromine, squashing them together. Have to touch. Another just massive kind of emotional thing. Have to touch, whoa. And then that's me. Hydrochloric acid. Come on. As I say, they're quite chunky. Hydrogen and chlorine. Not in the right quantities here because that would really muller your computer. More squashiness. And that's, you know, experiment with the mod wheel being in different places. It doesn't have to go all the way to the end. You'll get different elements coming out of there. One more. There's 60 of these. Nitrous oxide, which is also, oh no, we should do Percyiumium Mangosium, which is I invented because Percyiumium isn't real. Percyiumium and manganese sounds like this. Adding the manganese. So it's kind of organic. They're all organic, even though they're not. Don't ask me why. Touch, touch. So there you go. You know, you've got sodium hexafluoride, blah, 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 and water. Go on, let's do water, which is obviously very simple. Hydrogen and oxygen. Come on, load, please. I go. Okay, water. Adding in their hydrogen. Just, you know, symphonic as well. So, I think that'll do. If you want to get out of this mode, I find the best way to do it is to clear the multi. Then you click on there, doink. And then you gets you back here to an empty. Done that. Neodymium, named after Japan, I might add. So I've learned a lot myself. So after mod wheel doing that. Okay, thank you. I'm really enjoying this thing. I could ramble on for hours playing you funny noises and pulling funny faces. Probably you've got better things to do. But this is indeed Table of Elements by Soundust for OMNISPHERE. I hope I've shown it to its full glory, and I hope you're all doing very well in the strange and unpleasant conditions that we're all still living under. I will see you soon. Thank you very much and take care. And Percy says hi as well. Bye-bye.